Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and in today's episode I want to talk with you about how you find the right people for your business and build a fantastic company culture. Now, I imagine all employees like to think that their company has a great culture and the staff really enjoy working there. But for most, that simply isn't true. I mean, I've had experiences years and years ago when I was in employment working for some less than great bosses, managers, directors, and in this episode I want to share with you how those experiences have made me able to not make those same mistakes in my business, and why a few years ago I saw, or should I say, someone posted a Facebook or a Twitter post from one of my team members stating how happy she was working for the best bosses in the world. So, I mean, again, don't want to brag. It's not an easy title, being the best boss in the world, but again, I'm obviously putting that a bit tongue-in-cheek. But I do genuinely think that our team really enjoy what they do, and I want to share my experience with how you hire the right people and build a great company culture. So first off, you have to get it right from the beginning. Any business will know, if they've been through it, that hiring staff is not a great use of your time. It is expensive, it's time consuming, and ultimately it's a distraction from the main point of the business. However, if you're going to grow, it is necessary, and that's something which nothing will scale your business quite like hiring a team. And I use the word staff there, and it's not a term that I like. I refer to the employees that we employ as the team, or occasionally the business family, because staff just feels a little bit too cold, and we are genuinely a team working towards a common goal. And yeah, so again, when I'm mentioning team, I'm talking about the right people in the business who work for us, but ultimately we're all part of the same team, the same group, the same family. So really, when we're talking about culture, it has to start at the top and work its way down. So this starts with you as the director, as the CEO, as the co-founder, as the founder, whatever it may be. Ultimately, wherever the buck stops, that's where the culture has to filter down from. So again, in the businesses that I run, that is my responsibility. I find that the culture, the company culture, has to start with me. I have to lead by example. Next up is hiring good people. Don't rush hire. I see so many businesses, and I've been in so many businesses, that hire people very quickly in order to solve an immediate problem. And by doing that, you don't necessarily hire the right person or the best person for the job. You just hire a person to quickly fix a problem. You know, like I just mentioned previously, hiring people is time consuming, it's expensive, and it's not the best use of your time. That's why if you want to keep your staff turnover as low as possible, because like I said, it isn't the best use of your time. And that's why hiring the right people from the start is very important. Again, I could go into the whole how do you hire people and the processes that you go through when employing people. That is a topic for another video, but if you are interested in that, leave a comment down below that that's something that you want me to cover with you, and I will happily share with you the process that myself and Matt follow when hiring new members to the team. Now, firstly, I will say that running an online business allows us a certain amount of flexibility, especially when it comes to remote working and the flexibility that runs around the hours that our team are able to work. We empower them. We let them, largely work whatever time suits them. Because back in the early days, Matt would be working anywhere from sort of 3 a.m. onwards, and I would be working up till 2 o'clock at night. So there was always one of us around at some hour in the day. The one thing that we do is that in order to have great company culture, communication is very important, and that ultimately, like I said, it starts at the top and works its way down. That can only come from you at the top. You have to be able to communicate, and great communicators will empower the team and ultimately help share that vision that you are trying to create and share that outlook that you have as to why you created the business. I think back to when myself and Matt hold any interviews, we always make the point that you are going to be part of a team which helps thousands of businesses around the world succeed and grow. You're going to help them directly. And that appeals, I think, to most people's nature. But ultimately, that's why me and Matt do what we do, because we like to help people. We want to help people succeed in business. And that culture of helping people and doing whatever we can for people, it resonates down through the company. And that is, I can honestly say that all of our team share that same desire to want to help people wherever they can. Now, trust is so important, and trust is a two-way street. However, when running a business, it has to start from somewhere. And the good news for you is, I've made the decision for you. The trust has to start with you. You have to trust your team, your new staff members, or however you want to call them. You need to trust them first in order for them to then trust you. And that trust, when it is two ways, is fantastic. And that is one of the key fundamentals in having great company culture, is having a team that trusts each other, as well as trusting the people at the top, and you being able to trust the team underneath. So you have to be the first one to trust your team. Like I said, if you've got everything right up to this point, if you've hired well and you've hired the right people, then trust, it should not be hard for you to give to begin with. The other thing is that you need to remember that we're not in school now. And I think this is where a lot of employers go wrong, because that's probably the only experience they've previously had of that sort of senior and junior position, is teachers and students at school or college. Whilst I am a form of teacher, I'm not really a disciplinarian. I don't have time to be managing or micromanaging the team. I will train them and have documents and videos and everything to tell them everything they need. The communication is two-way. They can come to me at any time with any problems or questions that they have. But ultimately, I'm not looking over their shoulder all day, every day, any day, really. Because in what I do, if you have the right processes in place, do you have the right standard operating procedures in place, it will become very apparent very quickly if someone isn't pulling their weight or isn't doing their job to a high enough degree. Now, this comes on to drains and radiators. And this was actually a concept which I was introduced to by Mary Portas a few weeks ago. Drains and radiators. Two types of people. You have drains, who literally drain the energy from people, who are downers. They bring everything down. They're not happy, and ultimately they bring a negative effect on the team. Then you have radiators, who radiate warmth and energy and bring everybody up and bring everybody. You want more radiators than drains. You don't really want any drains. And that piece about the company culture, it only takes one drain to negatively impact the rest of the radiators. And as much as you think you can hire the right people right at the beginning, one may slip through the net, and it did in my experience. We hired a team member who we thought was great, and over time started to drain the rest of the team. And I'll be honest, I didn't, me and Matt, but mainly me, did not react to this as quickly as we should have done, which was my bad, and since then I've apologised to the team for that. It was very sad and very obvious when I look back now to notice that my usual team of radiant, happy people who do great work were getting dragged down, and they were getting annoyed and with the drain, and that was ultimately, you can't get emotional or romantic about the staff that you've hired or the team that you've hired. If it's having a negative impact on many or more people, it's having a negative impact on your business, you have to get rid of them. It sounds brutal, it sounds harsh, but ultimately, drains, you need to either fix them or get rid of them. And that is something which you have to do quickly, otherwise the culture will suffer, and as soon as your team, your all-stars, are no longer happy, you don't want to risk them leaving to go and be happy somewhere else. You want to keep the team happy, you want to keep them as part of that company culture. So again, if you do come across a drain, either fix it or get rid of it, whatever it is. You have to be brutal as the owner, as the the guy at the top. It's your decision, your responsibility to make that call, but make it quick, because it can have a very negative effect on the rest of the team. And that's it. That really is the key. It's communication, hiring the right people, empowering those people with the vision that you, as the founder or the co-founder, director, CEO, whatever title you've given yourself, as the owner, you need to share that vision with them, bring them on board, and those people who get it will really be a great asset to your business. Empower them to do great work and do great things. Don't micromanage them, let them excel. Encourage their own entrepreneurial or intrapreneurial thing within them to make great work and to bring new ideas forward and to excel in whatever it is that they do. And if you've realized you've made a mistake and a drain has slipped through the net, fix them, bring them on side. If you cannot do that, then you have to get rid of them. It's as simple as that. And that is how you can ensure that you hire the right people and grow a great company culture. It starts from the top, starts with you, and works its way down. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new. If you want me to cover more about the hiring process, how I hire remote team members or anything like that, let me know in the comments section, and if enough people are interested in it, I will cover it. With that said, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I do really hope you found it useful, and I'll catch you as always in the next video. Thank you for watching.